Hi guys, today I'm here to give a Python question solution which has appeared in a previous placement preparation activity. Let's move to the first question. This is my first question. Here I'm creating a one function called testgen. Here I'm expecting a one index. Index means it is a parameter. In that function, I'm just creating a one list called name years. Next, in line, I'm just yelled the name as index. Index is just fetching a value from the particular list. So before going to this line, let me clear what is a yield. Yield is a keyword. It is just written back to the call function where it is called, and it is just written whatever we can want to pass is just written, and it will not destroy any local variable values. And if again I call the same function and it starts execution from where it is paused your previous execution, there only it is start execution. So this is all about a held keyword. And so then I'm creating one day variable. In that day variable, I'm just calling that, assigning that index value 0 to that day. So in that print, I'm just calling a next day. Next day is what? First, it is calling this function and it is going to here and it will create a one list function. And then it is go here and it is written what is index value here? It is passing just a 0. So it is passing just a 0 only here. Then it is written back to here and print, which is a value present in a zeroth index, that is BR. That will display here. Then again it will call and here it is go and execution starts from here. So index plus 1, what it is? Previously the index value is a 0. Index plus 1 is 1 index. Whichever the values is present in a first index, that will return here. What is that value? It is a Chimi. So that is displaying here. So for that reason, option E is the right answer. Bia and Chimi. So this is a value of index 0 and this is a value of index 1. So that's why other three are wrong. So okay, let's execute this code and you will get a clear picture of this. And just copy the same code and paste it here. Here I'm using a compiler, that is I'm just downloaded Python and save. Before going to run, please save and just run this code. Same code. I'm not changing anything. I'm just running. See here, Bia and Chimi, both values displaying here. So this is all about the first question. Okay, let's move to the next question then. Oh, this is the next question. Here I'm just creating a one list of variables and I'm just joining all the values as a single string. I'm just joining all the values as a single string and separated with the space. Whatever you can mention here, that is act as a separator. So here I'm not mentioning, I'm just mentioning one single space. So that's why the single space acts as a separator for that particular joining strings. So whatever the strings or whatever the values present in a whole list, that all things joins together and separated with a space and store with the change. And after that, I'm trying to printing it. Why it is showing an error as a name error? That is a question. Because this is the right answer. Why it is showing a name error? Why it is a simple thing? It is, I'm written here capital P. So that's why it is showing an error. So the keyword case sensitive is there in a Python also. So we want to use here small p. That's why the problem of error, name error, it will go solved. So that's why if I replace with capital P with a small p, then you will get the option A answer, and option B and option C, there is no syntax error and there is no it is only the list. It is just display how you are storing the value as same as it just displayed. In a set, actually, that is ordering while inserting the element. But in the list, however you store, that will display the same. So, okay, let me run this code and you will get it how the output will shows a name error. Okay, I'll copy the same code and paste it here saying, I'm just run this code. Before going to run, please save the, see here, the name print is not defined. It is, think it is a print as a something like a variable name. So that's why it is telling it is print name is not defined. It is not like a fetching print as a something keyword. It is just a field. It is something some variable name. It was think. So that's why the compiler shows a name error. Okay, let me replace that p with a small p. Then save. Then run. See, the Sindhu, Nandu, some whatever the strings, whatever the values present in this whole list, that will listed here and separated with single space. Whatever the space you can want, you can mention here. Okay, let me, I'll put underscore, then save and run the code. Now you can see here underscore is a as a separator. This is all about the second question. Think you will get it. You can move to the next question then. This is next question. Here also I'm created one list that is as name is. After that, I'm just printing a value. How I'm printing is, here I'm just taking a x value from this set. All time this x value getting a alternative means like a once if first it will take a randomly, then after it will take a alternatively, it is fetching the x value from this particular set. There is no sequencely, it is just checking or taking a randomly and alternatively the value from this particular list. And after that, how much values it is fetching, that is count will display here. First, it is displaying a fetching value, and after that, it is displaying how much value it is fetching from this list. It is a single value of for at every time for the for loop. It is fetching a single value only, so that all time it is one only here, and it is taking a different values. So that is displaying in X. So here I'm taking a set. It is taking it is fetching all the elements at each time from as non-sequentially, or else it is randomly, or it is alternatively. So that's why option C is the right answer. If I go with a sequentially on that time, there is no option I mentioned here. It is if I think it is only like a listed in a first as a Rekha, as the next it is a Kanaka. No, it is not displaying in a sequence order, so we can't predict how it is displaying. So that's why each time different format of output we will get, but it is not an error. It will print output, but not in a same format, in different format, and different format of values will be displayed here. So but here the name of count is always one. Why? Because how many values we are fetching from that set, that count will be displaying here. The count is a inbuilt function. Okay, let's run this program, then we'll get the clear picture of this. I'll copy the same thing and I pasted here the same. Okay, just save this and run the program. See here, first it is displaying Rekha, Chandana, something like that. Again, I'm just run the same code. See, first next it is Ishika, Chandana, something else it is printing. And if again I'll run this program, Ishika, Janaka, Kanaka, something. That is a format of printing. The output is shuffling or else a non-format. As previous, how it is displaying, it is not same of this next. So that's why each time different format of the output will get. That is option C is the right answer. There is no error in this code. We already see that because it is executing, it's displaying the output properly only. That means it is not an error. Okay, we can move to the next question then. It's a simple of thing. There is no complication is there. We all know that is what is a sum function is inbuilt sum function is doing. Inbuilt sum function, it is just an adding the value for the like a previous, how many variables values are present in that whole range or a values, how many parameters we can pass for that particular sum function. It just add all the values and just display. It is only just adding. So here I wanted to add a 1 to 50. How many numbers are, means 1 2 3 4 5 till 50. I wanted to add all the values, so that is displaying here only. It's a simple thing. You can just manually just trace it out. You can get this answer. So that's why it is a 125. Answer is the right answer. That's a simple thing. You can, if you want, I will just run this program. I'll copy the same thing, paste it here, same, just save before going to run. See, that is a 1 2 2 5 is the right answer. You can change any value for a year. It is taking start from 1, end for 50. How many values present in between? It's just all add the all values. So you can take a, for your reference, I'm just taking a 5 because for the counting it is easier. So that's why 1 plus 2, what is the value? 2 plus 3, 3 plus 4, and till for the 5, how many is like adding the values? It will be 10 only. So we can move to the next question then. This is the next question. Oh, here it's a simple thing. First, I'm created a one list. It's a empty, and after that, I'm creating a one element variable that is holding a int value that is a 15, and I'm just appending that value to the previous empty list. Then, how many elements are present in that particular value empty? It is a only single, that is a 14 value is present in the previous list. Previously, it is empty. I'm just appending the 14 value to that list. After that, I'm just getting a sum of that A. What is the sum of that A is 4 plus 1. 4 plus 1 is how much? Sorry, it is a 14. 14, it is taking a list of that A. Means A is a list. It is only having a only single value. So there is no other value. So it is 14 as it is same. It is come here. If any other values present other than 14, means it is, if the list having two more values, means 14, 1, 5, something kind of that list. On that time, it is just adding all the values and just return back. But here in that list, it is having only 14. So it is a only value. So no any other values. So to add, so it just written 14 as it is. Then divided by n. N is what? Here I am declaring n equals to 4. So 14 divided by 4 is what? 3.5. So here I am just giving a round. Round is an inbuilt function. It is just a rounding of that function, and it is just written back. I'm asking a two digit kind of thing. So that's why it is displaying 2 digits. So that's why 3.5 is the right answer. It's a simple code. You can go through manually also. You can just trace it out. You will get, oh no. Okay, let me run this program. You will get the clear picture of this, how it is running. Just save the code. Here I'm just copy the same thing. Before run, just see. See, you will get the 3.5. Okay, let me give some other values also. Here I'll give it 2. Previously, it is having a just empty. Here I'm just add one more value for that list. Now, how many values are present? 2 values are present in that list. So if I call the sum, it will add 14 plus 2. How much it is? It is a 16. So 16 divided by 4, it is 4 only. So 4 should be displayed, the output. Let me check. Yeah, you can see here 4.0 is displayed. This is all about this question. Okay, we can move to the next question then. It's also a simple code. First, I'm just declaring a one variable that is n, and one more variables that is rev. I'm just assigning a default value for that particular n and rev also. Here I'm checking the condition till n should greater than 0. For that, if n is less than 0, then that time only that loop condition should be terminated. Till that loop should be goes on. So here I'm just in within that condition, I'm just displaying something that is value variables. I'm just modulating that n should be modulated with the 10, and reverse should be first previously that reverse is a 0, and after that it should be multiple with a 10 and plus with a previous reg, and something some logic I'm written in within a loop. So it is here the problem is it is not going to be hemmed with n is greater than 0. Why? Because here I'm just taking a reminder, I'm not taking a coefficient here. So basically this code is related to a reverse of a number. So I'm just changing a small thing is n divided by 10. I'm just taking a reminder here, I'm not getting a coefficient. So the basically we should, if we want to reverse the given value, means we have to get a coefficient of that particular value to reverse the number. But here I'm getting a divided by, that is reminder. So that's why it is go to the infinite loop. If in Python it displaying that is inf, it means an infinite loop, it is indication of infinite. So that's why the print rev it is displaying a inf. So it is not going to be reversed. The small thing here is I'm just logically I'm just changing here only that previously if you want to reverse any given number, that should be we have to get here the coefficient, not a reminder. So I'm just changing that coefficient to reminders. That's why it is go to the infinite loop. Let me run this program, you will get the clear picture of this. We'll copy the same code, we'll paste it here. Just save this, just run. See, it is displaying inf. Why it is displaying inf means it is not going to be less than 0. N value is not going to be less than 0. That's why it is showing infinite. Means if the loop is going keep on looping, it means infinite. So okay, let me change this symbol. Now it is getting a coefficient value for that particular variable. Now you will get a reverse order of that value. I'm giving a 895 as a value, and after that reversing 598 is displaying. This is actually basically reversing a given variable value for that code. I'm just modified small thing. So okay, I think it's clear to you all. We'll move to the next question then. Here it is a simple question. Uh, just I'm just concatenating, or else I'm just printing the value. Means previously we are in that double quotes, I'm trying to convert the string value to a int variable, and after that I'm just adding that to a particular variable or say values. But I'm just including these things to on a double quote. So some of thing is just displaying as it is whatever written in double quotes. So but here it is not displaying in whatever written in a double quotes, it is not displaying as it is same. Why? Because two more of using a double quotes in a print, it is a syntax kind of error. So that's why it is displaying it. If I remove the double quotes with whatever I mentioned in a end of that print, if I remove that double quotes, that will display as a 2, because that convert that string to a int. Then after that I'm just adding the two variables, 1 plus 1, sorry, two values, 1 plus 1 is a 2. So that is displaying. There is no a name error is present. Int is a, if int is using to convert string to any other type of values to particular int variable. So there is no name error is present. And in between whatever the thing is present in a double quotes, two more of double quotes we are using. So it is not just displaying as it is same whatever written in a print statement also, it is not displaying. So it is a syntax error. Okay, let me run this program. We'll get to know how it is displaying the answer. Okay, sorry. Just copy the same. So I'll paste it here. Just save before going to run. See, it is showing an invalid syntax. So it is a syntax error. Okay, let me just double quotes. Just save, then run. Now you can see 2, the value of 2 is displaying. First, it is converting that string to a int variable. And after it is just adding the 2 values, that is 2 variable is displayed. This is all about this question. I think you will clear these things. Okay, we can move to the next question. This is the next question. Here I'm written a simple logic. Okay, here I'm written a simple logic. First, I have just taken a value as a 14. And next time one more variable I'm declaring, that is find is 0. And this should be loop until the n should be greater than 0. N should, when it is n should be greater than, when it is less than 0, then it the looping of the condition will be false, then it is come out from the loop. Then after that it is just printing the find. It's a simple thing. First it is n value is a 14, so it is moved to the inside. Then after dig should, whatever the n value, it is adding to the 10, that is a 24. Then find plus dig is, what is find is previous is 0, 0 plus 24 is as a 24, find also having a 24. Next I'm just here I'm getting a coefficient, not a reminder. So here it is coefficient, what is how much of coefficient is getting, 14 divided by 10 is coefficient is 1 is assigned to n variable. Again n is greater than 0 only, so again it is come to the loop. 1 plus 10 is equal to 11. Okay, previously find is having a 24, 24 plus 11 is equal to 35. So 35 having a find value. Then again I'm doing a coefficient it will get a 0. So again it is go to the while loop. 0 is greater than 0, it is a false of condition, it is come out from the loop. Then printing find value, how much of find value is presenting, it's a 35. You can just go manually, you can go through from this code, you can just try out by your hands on. You just do like a small trace out from here, you can just get it's a small code of thing. Okay, let me run this program also, you will get a clear picture also what I'm telling is. Okay, I'll copy the same code and paste it here, just saving that and run. See here, 35 is printing. Guys, I'm gonna tell you one thing is one trick. If you wanted to look know how the iteration is going, so on that time you just take print here, print here. Oh, what is a now what is dig is, now you can take here print find, what is the find value is, now print what is the end. If you like write a code like this, it is only for your reference, not for the like other to know, it's only for your reference. We just code it like that, then you will get to know how the iteration is going, how the find and end value is going to be changed, like that you can come to know. So this is all about this question. Okay, then we can move to the next question. Here it is a small for loop conditions, and after that for loop I'm just checking if condition. So okay, let's move to the first. I'm created one variable that is in, and I'm assigning a file, and one more variable initial is with a 0. So here I'm taking a range. Range is start from 1, end for a n. N is 5, so it is starts from n 1 and it's end for a 5. So first the value of I is 1. So what is a like n value is a 5. 5 modulo it should be come as a remainder 0. Till that loop should be like not till that, it is 1 to 5, it is going to be the loop. When that n modulo I means it remains is equals to 0, on that time only that some value is incremented with adding of I value. So when it is going to be incremented, we all know that means till 1 to 4, we can't get a modulo of 5 is equal to 0. When I going to be 5, on that time only it will get a 0 only. So on that time, sum plus 5 is equal to, it is a 5 only. Sorry, 0 plus 5 is equal to 5 only. That 5 value is going to be stored to the sum 1. Sorry, actually, like it is start from 1 and till it is reach to 5. 5 means it is not including 5, it is only including 4. Means 1 2 3 4, it is only including 4. So until that it is not reach 5 means it will never going to be equals to 0. Then this condition never going to be false, and this, the addition of that I is also never possible. So till that is reach up to 4, then it is come out of from this loop. Then after just checking sum equals to n it is as what 5, then sum 1 is equal to 0 only. Why? Because this till when it is going to be high equals to 5, then only it is going to be true. On that time only some value change. Until that it will not change. So here the goal range is till 1 to 4, means first it is taking a 1, then after n up to n is means what, 1 2 3, again it is going to take as a in a I value as a 1, next it is going to 2, next it is going to 3, next it is going to 4, not including the 5, only up to that. So it is sum 1 equals to 0, 0 equals to 5, it is not true, so it is going to else part, then it is displaying a not. So for that, option B is a right answer. Okay, let me run this program. Just to copy the same. I've just pasted here the same thing. Before going to run, save the code. You can see here, not is displaying. Okay, for a small clarification, if you have any doubt on that time, just print the value of I here. Then again, we are including one more line, that is print the value of sum 1. It is showing how much iteration is going, and what is the value of I in each iteration. It is displaying like that. Here, if in case the condition should be true, or else it may true, on that time the, like how, what are the values is going to be changed for that sum, that is displaying. So okay, just save this, then you will get a clear picture of this. See here, it is first iteration, it is taking 1, means it is one, that range I'm mentioning here only, that is 1 to n. N means first it is taking n, starting from what is 1, and again it is going to, from the next it is n. N means it is a 5 up to 1 to 4, it is again it is going to 1 2 3 4. So until that is sum 1 is equal to 0 only. So that's why 0 equals to 5, it is not true, so it is go to the else part. What is there in else part? It is not is there, that is printing. This is all about this question. It's a simple one. Okay, we can move to the next question then. Okay, this is the next question. Here it is a simple thing. I'm just getting a how many index, or else how many values are present, how many number of digits present in that particular value. I'm just checking how many digits are present in that inputting value. Inputting value means n value only. So I'm just written some code here. Till that is n should be less than, n should be lesser to 0. On that time this loop will be going. Here the small thing is, I'm just replacing that plus with a minus. So that's why it is displaying as like a count -1, means as a count is 0 only first previously. So if first it will go to year, then it is as a 89 only. So on that time count is -1, 0 minus 1 is equal to -1. Next it is a count of 8, so n is 8, it's less than 0, here it is coming here. So again, it is count. Previously, it is a -1. Again, -1 is a -2. Then again, it will going to be a 0 here. It is a coefficient is will get a 0. So it is 0 greater than 0. It is a false that is come out from the loop. That is count equals to count is what -2 is there. If I replace this minus with a plus, then you will get a addition of plus 2 is displaying. It's a simple code, it is not much complicated here. Just run this program, we get to know. I'll copy the same code and pasting here. Control C, sorry, Control C here, paste the same thing. Just to save this and run the program. So you see here -2 is displaying. If I replace with a plus, then you will get a +2. Just run this program. See here +2 is displaying. This is all about simple code. You can manually trace it out. You will get to know how that is -1 +2 is. It is a simple thing. It's a based on a logic and how the operator is working in a Python. If you know the basic concept of operations and looping conditions, you will easily understand this all the codes whichever I was given in a previous placement preparation activity. It is also all simple codes only. You will get and you will understand clearly also. Guys, please attend the every week placement preparation activity. You will more stronger in a logical part, in a coding part also. Even aptitude questions also there. You will easily clear your aptitude by attending all the placement preparation activity. You will more stronger and more knowledgeable, and you can clear it is on within some seconds. You can solve the program. It's increasing your skills also. Thank you.